I think you can, guys. Let me see. Yes, you can hear me. What's going on? Alex, Noel, Poffer, Geragan. How you guys doing? It's a new week. It's Monday. We are back to the markets. How was your weekend? Good morning from Est. I don't think you're from Est, but yeah, good morning from Estonia. Morning. Let's make some money. Let's make some money, guys. New week. Let's see what the markets bring us. Let me delete this old volume profile as well. It's gonna be interesting week. What we had 16 till 21, right? 16. This is from here until here. Now we have last week volume profile as well. Cyfrost, Ixija, Konzei, how Toretto. Meli, what's going on? How you guys doing? Let's see what the stream. Let me see if the. Let me know, guys, if the music is too loud or not, because it comes from the headphones. Let's get that bag. The winning streak continues. Let's see what the markets will give us. I think we have. We are only 3 minutes in the open, so we have a long time before this orb is finalized. We can kind of chill. How was your weekend, guys? Did you do anything interesting? Congratulations for being invited to Dubstep X Live. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, man. I told this many times on stream as well, but goddamn, it's I watched Dubstep TV so much. I watched it, and I was like, when I was really a beginner. And I always thought, like, okay, one day I want to have a reason to be on there. And now I'm gonna go with the win streak, right? Now we're gonna go guns blazing. Can tell my story. I can tell all the top step. We are not selling any courses here. We will be there. I love you guys. Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow. What time it is? It's 1 p.m. Central Time. It's 9 p.m. for me, not 9, yeah, it's 1 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. for me, so it should be in 5 hours from now, tomorrow, so the same time 5 hours from now? No, 4.5, yeah, 4.5. So 4 hours and 30 minutes from now, tomorrow, not today. I slept a lot, it was relaxing. I actually had really good sleep as well. My girlfriend said I was snoring like crazy. I don't know, I was not there. I was sleeping. So can't confirm or deny, but yeah, my sleep was also really good. Tomorrow we have Independence Day in Estonia. So there is a little holiday, no work, no 9 to 5, only trading. So maybe we do a trading London session tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow we have the Independence Day. Let's see where this all finals. Joey Lay, what's going on? Joey Lay, how you doing? We're just waiting for the 15-minute orb until it finalizes. I was trading size today with my combine account. So as you know, I have 4 funded accounts and then I have 1 combine account. Look at that. We made 3,000. I was longing from here to here. And I was shorting from here to here. That's how I made 3,000 on the combine today. Because I had like half workday, so yeah. Mark Wade, how you are, my man? How did you recover from your terrible loss? Did you need to buy a new monitor? Because I remember the last thing I saw from the chat from you was that I punched my monitor screen. So Mark Wade, what's going on? Are you now on a new combine? Reset yourself, reset your mental state. Mark Wade didn't have a really good Friday. What do we have? Man, it feels strange to be streaming so early. Usually we start now, right? So it's like, I don't know what to do, guys. We still have time until this orb finalizes. Yeah, I bought a new laptop with the new combine. Let's go. Chengun Blaze, first time here. good day from Mongolia, man. Mongolia is here. What's going on, Chengun? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Man, Mongolia is... Do you... So, I play a lot of CS2, Counter-Strike, right? And your Mongolian Counter-Strike team has been killing it for the last 2 years. And it seems like that's like they're like national now, like celebrities there. They're like, everybody knows them. And I saw there was a street filled with Mongolians when they were playing the finals. So do you know about them as well, Chengun Blaze? Team Mongols? I have like crazy stories. Atomic, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. You too, my friend. Happy Monday. We are still, I would say, quite tight orb where we are in terms of EMAs. To be honest, I want to say things are turning into more bullish than for the last 2 weeks. Because that 200 EMA we rejected, like we are dancing around it on 1 hour, right? But usually like, and this is just pattern recognition, but usually like when you play around with those high, or not high, but semi-high, medium-high, right? 1 hour time frame, I'm kind of like, the way the market is here around this 200 EMA, so I'm in the red line. The fact that we got rejected, yeah, we were over it, and then we got rejected again. Even today we got rejected. Like, it's been holding the downtrend, but I feel like the bulls are really giving it the fight, right? You want to claim those EMAs to turn bullish, and I feel that a little bit have like a bullish feeling how this 200 EMA is not setting up us for another dump, right? If we were super bearish, you would be like, okay, 200 EMA coming up, rejection, more dump. But right now it doesn't confirm us anymore so much this bearish trend, right? It was holding us, it was way above us, but here we broke it. Then we kind of like, I would say, okay, this is super similar to what happened here, right? Interesting. What's the 4 hour? The 4 hour keeps rejecting from the 100 EMA. So again, it's hard to have a bullish bias for this market, because if you don't have those EMAs, how are you bullish? But at the same time, we'll see. I think we'll see. It's Monday. I hate trading on Mondays, but we're gonna do it regardless, right? But I hate trading on Mondays. I don't know why, but every time I trade Mondays, it's always a struggle. It's not as easy as any other day for me. Mondays it feels like, yeah, we'll see what the price does, and then I don't know. I think Mondays have a lot of chance to kind of fake out the market. Like we can have a super bullish Monday, and I think this has happened for almost last 3-4 weeks, where we have super bullish Mondays, and for the rest of the week we are kind of bearish. So Monday kind of fakes out, oh, we are bullish, and then no, we are not bullish. So that's, I think Mondays are they're tricky to trade. Doesn't mean that you can't get trades, but ES and NQ are so different. Yeah, I see it as well. ES and NQ are different. The thing is, like, I want to start being more bullish in a sense, because I don't know, just a feeling. At the same time, I think it's hard to have a bias, especially bullish bias, because what's going on, right? Everyone wanna go to war again. Man, shit is crazy. We just wanna trade and we just wanna live peacefully. And these fuckers wanna start wars almost every week. There's new news. So now I feel things are a little bit escalating as far as I have read from the news. Everyone is kinda like ready to go. And the question is, like, it shouldn't be bullish in any sense, right? Oh, we are dumping now? I mean, for me it's the same as always. I will wait for that 15-minute orb. Already Trump update? Yeah. There was something Trump said right now. Let's see. Let's see. My financial choice is not loading. Man, that candle took a thump, huh? Again, it's the same story for me as always. I can't trade before the 15-minute orb is finalized. Until the 15-minute orb is finalized, and tomorrow, oh my god, we're going to Dubstep TV. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. The things I have learned so much from Dubstep TV, although I might say that it is a good place to learn, but they also, they do a lot of entertainment, right? Why are there 2 channels in your name? 2 channels in my name? What you mean? Fardozi, can you link the other channel? There shouldn't be. There's one Never Stopped Out. If you mean... Is there another Never Stopped Out? There's only one channel. This one. There shouldn't be any other channel. If you mean someone is playing me on Discord, then it's... Rowie, what's going on? How are you, my man? How are you? I had a good weekend, yeah. How was your weekend? Do you trade patterns like Head and Shoulders, CNH? I don't even know what CNH, but no, I don't. No. Because the thing is with those patterns is you... How to explain it? They are not the cause why market moves certain ways. Never Stopped Out official? What? Someone already stealing my name? But no, it's not me. Jesus Christ. I can't find it. Weekend ended too fast, Rowie? Yeah, weekends always end fast, right? Is there a channel Never Stopped Out official? $10.9 subscribers? They're posting my videos? That's not me, guys. Man, that's crazy. What the fuck? That's so creepy. But it's a fake subscribers because look at the views. It then... Man, fuck that! How can I report this shit? It's a fake subscribers, right? Because you look at the views, they have 74 views. What the fuck? That's not me, guys. Don't get scammed. Join 17. Okay, so someone has a fake account and they... Okay, we're gonna write the report. Impersonation. Yes. That's funny. I mean, if they have like, if they would have 10,000 real subscribers, I would be like, what the fuck, right? But since I understand they are fake subscribers, that someone is... It's okay, guys. I worked in Google. If I can't find this, if I can't find solution, I'll contact some of my old colleagues, and they usually help me with these things. So I think that's like, I know Google support and everything is quite shit, but I'm a little bit fortunate because I know a lot of people in Google since I work there. So, and report it as well, guys. I thank you if you report it as well. But what the fuck, man? It's like, I understand that these things happen, but man, my whole YouTube thing is like few months old. Like, leave me alone right now. Do it when I'm, I don't know. It's, you know why I don't like, if I'm like really super big, let's say I have 100,000 subscribers, right? I really don't care, because at that point you have so many people impersonating you that it's up to the community to kind of understand that, hey, this is a fake profile, obviously. But if I'm small, like I am, like 1.8k subscribers, then it's like, I don't know, it's much smaller community, and I feel like I have more responsibility. It's, yeah, you should be proud. Actually, first milestone, get scammers. I will put the link on the Discord as well, so maybe later you can all throw some reports. Get the guy out here, right? But that's the thing, like, I don't understand one thing about those scammers or those people who impersonating me. Because let's say if I was selling a course, I see the reason why you would make fake profiles about me, because it's like, how to say, you can try to sell the same thing that I am selling with a different link, and then you get people scammed, right? But if all of you know that I'm not selling anything, I don't have paid Discord, paid Telegram channel, paid courses, paid coaching, whatever it is, right? I don't have anything paid for you. Then I feel like it's so pointless to be a scammer, because my brand is about not selling you anything. So it's so obvious when someone is trying to sell you anything under my name, it's so obvious they're scamming. So I think they're wasting a little bit of time, but it is what it is. Imagine the scammers selling your course before you do. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I want to start trading. Do you make tutorial video? Tutorial video for what? I do have a lot of videos on YouTube that explain different concepts. Although I don't ever see myself as maybe at some point, but not right now when I have limited resources in terms of time to make new content. I'm not gonna see myself as someone who's gonna explain you what are the candlesticks and how do they work, right? I'm trying to rather take you on board into education when you at least understand what are the candlesticks, that you understand that how this candle, like what it means if I click on 5 minutes and this is what you see, right? Like what is 15-minute candle? What's the difference between 15-minute and 5-minute candle? That trend has higher high and higher low if it's an uptrend, and so on, right? Like if you understand the most basic things about markets, then you will benefit from my videos. I don't feel that I'm gonna do like really start from zero course, and course I mean YouTube video, anytime soon. I kind of, because the things I explain are probably really impossible to understand for someone who never traded in their life or never looked at the markets, but are not hard to understand anyone who has been trading more than 1 week, right? When you learn the basic concepts of the markets, like what is uptrend, what is downtrend, what the hell is candlestick, what does it mean when candlestick closes, why candlesticks are green or red, right? Why are there wicks on the candlesticks? If you understand those basic things, then my videos will be helpful for you. At some point maybe I will do like really from the zero, but I think it's just, I feel more comfortable explaining things when I know that you know at least the basics of the market. That's when I think I can give you the most value. I don't think I'm the best explainer. Like, I start from zero, I never seen markets before, I'm gonna start trading tomorrow. I don't think I'm just the best explainer for these concepts, like how candlesticks work. I think there's so many videos on YouTube already about it. So as soon as you understand the most basic, then I think that's when my videos will help you a lot. Then you can just like learn more concepts and understand why I use those concepts. And also I will have the whole, I don't know what we're gonna call it, course, right? We're gonna, let's call it the course right now, but it's gonna be just YouTube video series. It's gonna be of course free, but there's gonna be a video series when I'm gonna go over every single indicator setup, Confluence I'm gonna take, and so on. So these videos will be there. I'm just not gonna explain you like if you really like from 0 to 1. I'm gonna teach you from 2 to 10 or 2 to 100, but 0 to 1, I think it's just so much easier for you to type into YouTube and see like what is trading, what is candlesticks, and like there are people with better budget than I have to explain the most simple things. So yeah. Good morning from Vancouver, Canada, brother. 3 out of 3 so far during pre-market. Let's go. You have a nice buffer, huh? Had to step away. What was the name of the channel? It was Never Stopped Out Official, but I will post the link on the Discord later as well. Low rent wannabe trader, what's going on, my friend? Trump is on the phone. Juicy. Congrats on the Dubstep stream tomorrow. Last stream with the small community. You think so? You think the Dubstep will give me a lot of viewers? I honestly, I don't know, maybe. But I think, no offense to anyone, but I think there's so many lazy people out there that they would rather pay for a course than watch live streams and try to learn from those live streams. I honestly think that. I think there is a social pandemic or whatever you want to call it of people trying to find a fast or easy way to everything, right? We have record numbers of course sellers. We have every single video on Instagram that has something about live streams is promoting gambling. If you have seen them, like they go up to, I don't know, ask a number from a girl and then they, oh, let me pull a roulette and let me do a quick gamble or whatever. Like, I feel the whole society right now is so trying to find whatever gives them the max amount of result in the shortest amount of time, and it's I think it's like that's the thing with live streaming. Like there's only certain amount of people who are willing to sit here and actually learn or understand why I take certain trades or listen when I explain some kind of concepts. They're rather like, yeah, if I pay for this guy course, I can just watch the course and then it's easy, I'm gonna be rich. You know, there's like, I don't know. I feel there's the whole society is right now so programmed to not actually work in any way. Don't report the wrong channel. Yeah, please don't. We'll see what the markets are doing. ES is showing super bearish, I think. I want to trade. We are inside orb. I mean, the shorts seem more and more appetizing because ES is outside of the orb. We get rejection from the from New York VWAP. I would say the shorts are showing up more and more and more, and that ES looks so goddamn bearish. ES is starting to look really bearish. So question is, do you want to short this somewhere? I mean, I understand what will keep NQ up and ES down is kind of maybe the money rotation to technology stocks as well, because tomorrow we have Nvidia earnings, which is usually more important than any CPI news or whatever for the market, not for the economy but for the market. Live streams hold more value, I think, just because people tend to watch and play the markets at the same time. I love live streaming. I honestly do love live streaming. It trains my social battery, I'm not gonna lie. Like whenever I live stream you, especially when it's like more than 3 hours, I feel super exhausted. Because I speak a lot, right? I don't have anyone else to speak but you guys. And you don't answer me back verbally, you answer me back in chat. So it's kind of I'm speaking to myself. And ES is looking so bearish. NQ is not. Wait. Let me see what the other market is doing. Everything is dumping while NQ is not dumping. That's kind of screaming shorts, to be honest. That's honestly like that is screaming shorts. I mean, let's see. I think I might enter quite soon because we are getting rejected from the VWAP. And if I would enter now, I think I'm gonna enter now because the thing is, if you enter now into shorts, you can get out from your shorts if ES goes back inside the orb, right? But right now I think NQ is lagging behind and I think ES is gonna drag NQ down. So I'm gonna jump into short with the smallest size. Let me see what let me see quickly how this new 4-hour candle opens. But I think shorting now, just based on how ES is looking, I'm gonna be patient for 2 minutes because that's when we are opening new 4-hour candle. Let me see what the 4-hour candle. I mean, yeah, I think it's better to wait, but I think shorts yeah, I'm gonna FOMO into this one because ES is dropping like crazy. And if ES is dropping, I'm willing to go in as well. We'll see. I will kind of manually see where the, let me go quickly where the ES wants to go. That's the question, right? Where does the ES wants to go? These lows here. Careful, Trump coming on soon. I think this is looking. Yes, it's looking super bearish. I'm surprised NQ hasn't caught up, but I think NQ is now. We'll see. Let me see how this 4-hour candle close. I didn't see what DDSSD. You shouldn't have reported it in advance. You should have hired a skilled person to do it. You shouldn't have reported in advance. You mean the YouTube channel thing? I mean, again, like, since I worked in Google, I will just ask someone from Google to give me some context from the YouTube team, right? I know how Google works in terms of the teams and so on, so I will see if any of my friends will help me out with do we have news? Now we have a US factory, so EU freezes US trade deal as well. There has been some bearish news, but I mean, I honestly don't care so much about the channel. Is because they have fake subscribers. It's, if we're gonna report it as a community as well, I think it's no problem. It's no problem. Let's see how this market holds. If ES takes back the orb, maybe ES takes back the orb. We are opening the new 4-hour candle, so everything can happen here. We'll see. I'm ready to close it manually if something is happening. But let's see how ES, like, what happens here when the ES comes to the low. US sent 50 fighter jets to Middle East over weekend. Do you take this into market context? Yes. Yes, of course. I saw the news as well. There's a lot of like, these are bearish news, right? Let's see how ES acts on this orb low. I'm not doing with this trade anything before that. Right now we're getting rejected from that New York VWAP many times. So I might put my stop loss above this New York VWAP. Actually, it's not bad idea. It's not bad idea at all. I think that's a fair stop loss for this, right? Yeah, I take it into market context, but like, the thing that I have learned about this market is, like, you can have the most bearish news that are like obviously like shorts. Like, you know, you read the news and you're like, holy shit, just short the market. It's gonna be so easy. like in a sense of like the news are so bearish, like it needs to go down, right? And since it's Monday, you can have a day where the market just pumps non-stop until the close, and then like everyone's like, oh, market is not bearish, even the news is bearish, and then Tuesday we dump or Wednesday we dump, right? Like we have seen that the market goes against what is the news, what is the overall trend on Mondays, and then the actual, so to say, bearish sentiment hits the market next day. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we get some bearish news and market just pumps all day today. I think you should wait and hire a skilled person because he has a lot of subscribers, and if he reports you incorrectly, it could be a problem. Nah, it's, I mean, the thing is he has fake subscribers. I mean that should be one reason for YouTube, and it's also like identity thing, right? If like YouTube doesn't do anything with my channel just because he has higher number of subscribers which are fake anyway. That's one thing. Another thing, again, as I worked in Google, I know some people who do those tickets and who handle like those kind of things, so I can kind of escalate it with Google itself. Just send my old colleagues like a message like, hey, I have this problem, can you make sure that this ticket is handled by the right person, whatever, right? And then another thing is YouTube doesn't ban you just because, oh Jesus, YouTube doesn't ban you just because I'm gonna go break even because it's a news scandal. I'm not gonna lose on some Newsweek. Let's build a buffer if we can. I think this is a news scandal, so that's why I went to break even. But YouTube doesn't ban me because someone with a higher subscriber count is reporting me, right? If I claim that they are impersonating me, then it's easy to solve, right? YouTube sends me some way. I'm gonna close it because I think it's news spec. Guys, I'm gonna go to the bathroom for 1 second and then I will be back, okay? Sorry guys, can you hear me? Yes, you can. But what I wanted to say about this fake YouTube account, it doesn't matter for Google if you have 100,000 subscribers and you report someone with a fewer subscribers, especially if they're fake, right? And another thing is you can always do kind of like documentation check. It's clear who is the identity in my videos, it's me. So for them to send me like email like, hey, please confirm with your passport proof or whatever that it's you on the videos, and then it's like boom, it's solved. I don't think it's like, again, like if it was a big channel impersonating me, but this is probably someone with 20 subscribers who have bought 10,000 subscribers, so they're not fake, they're fake subscribers anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see what happens. I closed this trade because I felt that it was really it felt like a new scandal, to be honest, and first trades I don't care closing early because market usually early is really undecisive. It doesn't have much direction. So, and we've seen it in the recent streams as well, right? We had to wait for the setup to really appear. Before that, it can be super choppy. So I think if you can build some buffer in the choppiness when the market is super choppy, it sets you up for the future trades so well, right? Man, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So tomorrow we are going to Dubstep TV, right? And also, last thing about the YouTube thing, I'm live streaming. They can't live stream with my face, right? But anyways, I'm going on Dubstep TV. We all know the green calendar. We all know it, right? It's since November until today. And I posted this calendar. I have it in my Discord as well. So I posted this picture to Dubstep Discord. And they banned me. They literally banned me from the Discord. And I know Dubstep has different employees from the Discord moderators are not official Dubstep employees, right? They are ambassadors, whatever, right? So some mod banned me for the picture because it looks too good to be true. Do you know how good it feels to go on Dubstep TV and say that your Discord mods ban me because my green streak looks too good to be true? It's gonna be a bittersweet moment for sure. But yeah, they banned me like immediately. As soon as I posted, they banned me. There might be opportunity to short again. Actually, congrats for the ban. You know, there's a funny thing. I got banned the first time I posted it, and it was like 1 month ago. I posted the screenshot, and one moderator just sent a message like lame or something, and they banned me, and then they unbanned me because I wrote it on X or Twitter, and then the customer support on Twitter was like, oh, send us email, we will take care of it. And then they said on email that because I had my own Discord link in my Discord bio, they thought I'm advertising. So this time I didn't have any Discord links in my bio. I didn't have anything in my bio when I was posting it. I still got banned. Upti Combo, how are you, my friend? I'm good. But how are you? They banned the lots for no reason. You should say that, of course. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, you know? It's like, guys, like, I know that we're gonna discuss the whole green streak tomorrow on Dubstep TV. I mean, like, when I had the rehearsal, they have like rehearsal where they just talk it through, like what's gonna happen, like how's the system, like how I can switch screens, how I mute my microphone, everything, right? And then I mentioned like, oh yeah, they asked me if I still have XFA because they don't want you to go on Dubstep TV with practice account. They want either Combine or XFA. And I was like, yeah, I have the same 3 XFAs since November with no red days. And the guy who was doing rehearsal was like, what? Wait, what? You had same XFAs for 3 months with no red days? So it's gonna be fun to actually tell the story in front of audience. No, I'm not gonna stream it. You gonna have different stream do that. If you put on YouTube search right now Dubstep TV live, you're gonna see their stream right now. So you're just gonna watch it from the Dubstep TV stream. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to stream it myself. I think so. The contract was fucking huge. I don't know what I signed, guys. Maybe I signed the rights to someone have a fake Never Stopped Out official. Can you see the YouTube like, because I saw that, so oh, it disappeared. If you report, it disappears, or they blocked me. I think they blocked me. If you fucker are watching the stream right now who are making this account, I challenge you the first trader boxing fight. You know, traders, the YouTubers have boxing fights. Whoever is making that YouTube channel, I challenge you a boxing fight. I'll give you all my 4 XFAs if you beat me in boxing. If you are the one who are watching the stream and made this YouTube account. I will happily fuck you up. I don't know, this market is I kinda want to short again. Yes, Chengon Blaze, exactly, that's the one. Dubstep official stream, yeah, Dubstep TV official, that's the account. You better stream that boxing match. I think my assumption is I will probably have to fly to India or something, to the call center. Looks like it's gone, I can't see it. That's why I said, like, if you're on the stream who made this channel, I'll give you 4 XFA accounts if you accept the boxing match. Account is not showing anymore. Guys, we were fast. We were fast, huh? Maybe YouTube is that effective. I don't know. But that channel disappeared quickly. Man, I don't understand. If I was selling a course, I understand why you would make fake profiles about me. It's like you try to sell the same link, right? But if I don't sell anything, what are you doing? How are you guys coming? So that's why always, if you see me DMing you and asking for you to sign up to any links or anything, I'm not doing it. It did get like 10 reports in 5 minutes. Oh guys, you're the best. Let's get the trash out, right? Let's take the trash out from the YouTube. You only trade Dubstep or you another prop like Apex? No, not yet, but now I will be doing another prop because I want to have more accounts. So once I have 5 accounts, so I need to finish 1 more account. But once I have 5 accounts, I want to move to have another 5 accounts, but I can't have. You said you will double my Bitcoin if I send them to you, please. I can send you my Bitcoin address right now. I will double it and send it back to you. But I want to move to another prop, not because I will stop trading on Dubstep, but just I want to have 10 funded accounts, not 5. I want to kind of scale, and then I was thinking, like, if you have 15 accounts, for example 15 accounts, if you have like 5 on Dubstep, 5 on another one, and 5 on somewhere else as well, if you have 15 accounts, imagine the scale. Like, you need to make few thousand, and then as soon as you withdraw even 50% of your balance, you are paid freaking good, right? And you don't have to risk a lot as well, because if you need like $200 per day, you can maybe, like, if I take another micro trade, I will probably hit $200 for the day, right? I'm currently trading on Lucid. I like it so far. I think, Kerrigan, I'm gonna join you on Lucid as well. They have nice pricing. The only thing with Lucid, as far as I know, Lucid or whatever, is they are new, right? I think they're new. They had like super aggressive marketing. They're quite new to the market. So the thing with any new companies is they can afford a lot of good promotions until they have a lot of users, and then who pay out, and then it's a little bit different. That's how me and some friends do it. 50 to 100 trade per day. I thought you're gonna say you have 100 trading accounts. Copy traded to 10 to 20 accounts. Yeah, man, that seems to be the way. Imagine if I had this streak on 10 accounts. Bro, I would probably quit my job at this point. Why is NQ so far from the rest? My assumption why NQ is so far from the rest, and we haven't looked at Nvidia, but let's take a look. I think it's okay. Nvidia is actually dumping now as well, but I think it's because Nvidia is reporting its earnings on tomorrow after the market close, and since Nvidia has such a big market cap, maybe it's kind of that would be my assumption, because ES is far away from orb low, right? ES is like far away from orb low. NQ is not following up. Usually my it will start like really dingling inside of me if I see it normally that ES is so bearish but NQ is not continuing it, or it's not following it, because usually ES has more volume, more liquidity, so usually like ES is better to confirm than NQ. I think I have seen one time a market where NQ doesn't follow ES. It was on stream as well, and it looks really similar. Because look, as soon as ES right now is having a white candle or a green candle, buy candle or bullish candle, NQ moves up a lot. So imagine if, like, my fear of going short on NQ is, the reason why I want to short this is because ES is so far away from the orb, and it makes sense to kind of play the orb breakout. Like your probabilities NQ will do whatever ES is doing. But that trade idea, like stop loss for me, would be that if ES comes back down to the orb low, right? If ES comes down back here, that will be my idea to maybe get out of NQ. But the thing is, if this happens, then NQ might be already at orb high. So that's why I don't want to jump shorts, even though I think shorts have much higher probability, but it's just they are so uncorrelated. And I think this is like a good example. We always trade divergences between those indexes, right? I think the last two streams that we did last week, Friday and Thursday, we got the 100-point trades only because of divergence, if I remember correctly. Like I entered only because of divergence, and I think today is the perfect example how what market is saying to me right now is like, don't trade me. Because it's not the conditions we normally have, right? Normally they are more in sync. You can find divergences much easier, and then you can have your setup. But right now I feel the market is telling me like, don't trade because it's not the conditions where you find your setup. That's like my inner feeling. Again, it's Monday. I fucking hate Monday trading. The only divergence that will maybe make me want to go long is if ES comes down to take out this low, because these lows exist at the same time, right? They happened at Asian session. So let's say if ES takes out that Asian low and starts to bounce, I might be more confident that they start to move together. But right now this market is telling me exactly like, don't trade this because it doesn't have the conditions that you love for trading it. And I think stream has really teach me to stay patient, because one is I don't want to take bad trades in front of you guys. I mean, it's like maybe a little bit ego thing, right? Too, right? I want to trade nicely in front of the audience, and with this kind of pressure, I have learned how to be more patient than I was before. I think I'm trading now much better than I was 5 months ago when I wasn't streaming. And like right now is the perfect example. Like, sorry guys, I'm not gonna take trade for the entertainment, because I want, not always, but I want to see some divergences for entries. And right now like 99% of the time, ES and NQ have really correlated moves, right? They move a little bit differently, but that's like how you find divergences. But if they are so different, it's so different from those divergence conditions, and that's like kind of telling me like, don't trade this. I made my $80. Of course, I want to find more trades, but that's how I'm seeing the market. We took one short. Now it's, I think, around our entry. Our entry was 90907. If I will place any bets what this market is gonna do, I would say honestly that this chop that we are creating here, I think it's not so bad idea. Let me see. I think it's not so bad idea to find shorts anywhere around here, right? Because your stop loss can be here, and then you get stopped out if the market goes higher than these highs. But what I think is happening right now, and we're gonna see this in probably in 1-2 hours, we might be consolidating for breakdown on NQ as well. And again, these market conditions are not what I love to take setup on, right? I think this is the first time in a long time in a stream where the ES and NQ is so uncorrelated. And if you're in unknown territories in the market, or if you see something that is unusual or against your setups, maybe it's more wiser to stay out. I don't have anything against staying out of trades, even if I know that it makes stream a little bit more boring. But you need to trust your system. You need to trade to make money, right? And if I think that right now making money is harder, or not harder, more riskier, right? Because like the thing that I don't like about the current market for shorts on NQ is as soon as ES bounces even a little bit, if you enter shorts too early on NQ, then ES can have this, right? A good orb, retest, and really test the orb again, and then break down more, and we have a bearish day. But NQ can be at the same time here. So I'm much more confident to see how if ES has any strong retracement where NQ is by then, and then maybe enter. That's gonna be on Topstep as well. I'm really hoping there's gonna be some juicy setups tomorrow, but I know that I'm trading on Topstep tomorrow much later than I usually am. It's 4 hours from now, 3.5 hours from now tomorrow. I usually don't trade this time. I look at the market always that time. Market is open for me 24/7, but I don't trade usually at that time. And they told me as well, like, oh, don't worry, if you don't find the trade, you don't need to take trade for the stream. It's okay, we're gonna talk about other things. But man, wouldn't it be juicy to get like 100 points on Topstep TV as well? We do it here quite often, but it would be so awesome to do it there as well. But I think I'm gonna tell the same thing tomorrow. If the setup is not there, I'm not trading it. I'm not trading it. Lauda, trust yourself and not falling for trading just for trading's sake. Yeah, I think like if you look back my streams in January, I told you many times, these 2 weeks was the hardest 2 weeks for me in those whole 4 months of green streak. And the reason was I always started, and I was streaming every day, and I started every single stream with the red trade. I was losing money on every single first trade that I took, and then I won back. I did the comeback with the second or third trade, right? And I think the only reason I lost all those first trades was because I felt that I've been streaming for 1 hour, like for example right now, right? I've been streaming for 1 hour, I've taken one small trade, but if I didn't even take the small trade, sometimes it's like let's take it, let's show everyone how I trade, let's do it, let's find the trade, and then you're like yeah, it was not really my setup. So I think now I'm much more, I don't know what's the good word, I don't care so much If anybody comes to my stream and like be like, oh, it's so boring, you don't trade, well, that's how the trading should be, right? So I think I have a little bit overcome the temptation to take the trade because I want to make the stream entertaining. Of course I want to make stream entertaining, but it's trading. We are not gaming, right? If I was playing Counter-Strike 2 for you, I would make it much more entertaining, right? I go for, I don't know, 360 no scopes and do stupid shit and stuff, but this is real markets, this is real money, and you really need to find your setup. Otherwise it's like, what's the point of, like, the thing is, and I told this many times on stream, the more you're exposed to the market, the more money you lose. And exposed meaning you're in a trade, right? As soon as you're not in a trade, you can't lose money if you're not in a trade. So as soon as you press the button, you have chance to lose money as much as you have chance to win money, right? So it's really like, if you're doing trading stream like me, that's just the consequence of hop on CS post market lol. I would have any viewers. I don't know how many players we have in the Discord. I can stream my Counter-Strike too. Any day. That's like the one thing in life that I feel I'm quite good at in Counter-Strike. You taught me so much and I'm so thankful. I know, Geragan. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you being thankful. I appreciate that there is someone who learned a lot from me. Guys, actually, when we are consolidating, and I think, god damn it screams to short, thank you, right, based on ES. But as soon as ES will have even one bullish candle, that short is fucked. I don't know, scared money don't make money, but we'll see. I'll get in there with the scout and some smokes you've never seen before. Should we do community CS? Unfortunately, that goes both ways. When you're not trading, you're not getting in any wins either, and yes, and vice versa. Yeah, 100%. If you're not exposed to the market, you can't make money as well, right? That's super true as well. It's more about overexposing yourself. If you expose yourself to the market as like the right time as possible, or the best time possible, then you have the most chance to actually make money and not lose money. Quality over quantity, don't worry, trading is a lonely journey and having you as a companion is in the background talking feels already good. Let's go. I appreciate you being my companion as well. You make me talk to myself, which is a new thing, and it's cool. I have 2 and so far you and someone else is down. Sounds like a good stack. Someone else is down? You mean someone else is down on their trade? Sounds like a good stack. Ah, okay. You mean the CS2? I was like, yeah, we jumped from CS2. I mean, if you're in Europe, I'm willing to play with you. If you're from US, I love my American friends, or even we had one from Mongolia is I think fine being wise as well. But if it's South or North America, I can play any other game than CS2, right? Because the ping is so important in CS2, and CS is really bad to play with the high ping. But if you're from Europe, man, let's hit up on Discord. Let's play some games tonight. I played solo queue yesterday on Sunday, man. Solo queue is rough. Solo queue is rough. So this channel disappeared, huh? I need to check this from my girlfriend YouTube account as well to see if this is just because we reported or it's actually disappeared. Right in the middle of US, your ping here will be like 400. Well, maybe one day I will come to US. I don't dislike the idea of living a little bit time in US. You're a great guy, a lot of people appreciate you, keep pushing forward and wish you a major success. Man, I love you, no homo. those messages truly they make something inside here really warm, right? Can we? No, we can't take off the curtain right now, not yet. But thank you, shine bright in the west. Invest. Thank you. If you have any charts question, because the market is, I mean, maybe it was time to go in. You know what was the best time to go in? I think here. Whenever we were retesting that New York VWAP, yeah, we'll see. Market is really quiet. He seems to have changed his name and URL for a while. Well, we did our job, right? We got it removed so quickly. But I hope YouTube gives them some punishment as well. Trading is like fishing. You don't just jump into the water and catch the fish. You wait for it to come to you. Oh man. Put it on the wall. Put it everywhere. Whatever Chengun Place just said, it truly is like this. It's like fishing. Although I've been do fishing only a few times in my life. I can't agree more than that. What of climate or terrain you like to imagine living in if you move to US for a while? I mean, California climate. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know if California. It depends, right? Los Angeles. If you're Los Angeles, then I don't mean this to offend you in any way, but I would be afraid to move to Los Angeles with my girlfriend. If I was living solo or alone or moving alone, I wouldn't have problem. But I feel like Los Angeles has this homeless pandemic. You guys have some streets that I feel it would feel for me like a little bit dangerous to have a girlfriend, and I know that she might walk alone on those streets. Me alone, I don't care. If I risk my life for myself, that's just what happens. But I can't risk someone I love, right? So California maybe, but not because the thing I love about the US is it's bigger than Europe, I think, like in terms of the size. So in Europe, if you want to go skiing and you live in Spain where it's really warm, you just go to North Italy or you go to Finland or whatever. So I think like I would live somewhere where it's warm or hot, because I've been living in the cold weather all my life, so I wouldn't mind living in a little bit warmer climate. And then I will just use the privilege to travel to colder states and just ski there and so on. Any of the cities in the middle of the country are way better except for Austin. I've seen some crazy offers in close to Austin, like they're promoting homes for like 300k that are like close to Austin. I think Austin, Texas, right? Or it's Houston, Texas. Guys, sorry, I'm trying to be as Austin, Texas. Am I correct? Yeah, it's Texas. And you have Houston in Texas as well, right? Just okay, I was correct. So I've seen a lot of TikToks about the agencies are promoting like houses that are super big, that are like 45 minutes from Austin or Houston. And then I'm like, as Estonian, like how can a house be so cheap in the US? But man, I don't have anything personally against any US cities. I think just Los Angeles is a little bit, the whole influencer energy and vibe I think is not for me. How everyone has OnlyFans, or they measure you in followers, right? Like if like in Europe your normal conversation, or I think in other US cities it's more like, hey, what do you do for work? And I hate this question as well, because I feel like if you ask someone what they do for work, or if someone asks me, I feel like that's how they will perceive me, right? If I say that I have a fancy work, they see me as someone, I don't know, higher up. And if I say that, I don't know, I'm a toilet cleaner, they see me someone as lower, right? I hate the whole, oh, what do you do for work as well as a conversation starter. But I think in Los Angeles specifically, it's more like how many followers you have. If you don't have, I don't know, 100,000, you're nobody. And I hate that mindset. So I think I would avoid Los Angeles for the homeless and the whole influencer state mindset. And I think I've been to Philadelphia, I've been to New York, and I've been to Washington DC. I did all of those in one trip. I didn't like Washington DC so much because it felt a little bit boring. Like it's cool to see the history and you see the White House and the Capitol and everything, but I think it's a little bit boring. Philadelphia I liked. New York I liked as well. I just moved out of Austin after 11 years there. It got way too expensive, man. I feel like everything is becoming so expensive. Even Estonia, like we are a so small country. We don't have high average salaries, median salaries, and the prices are astronomical. I've been lurking. Carex, what's going on? How are you doing, my man? I've been lurking ever since your Reddit post, been watching your streams and videos too. 4925k. Happy to hear that, my man. Have you learned a lot? I hope like whatever time you spent on my videos and stream, you learned something. I don't want to take your time if you don't learn anything. Time is so valuable. Do you trade cold before? I traded cold maybe 1 year ago for 1 month, and then I switched back to NQ. I think NQ is so addictive. I honestly think it's like cocaine of symbols to trade. I think NQ has the magic to really like make you addicted to it, because sometimes you enter on NQ, you hit 100 points in few minutes, and then I think it reminds me why you want to trade NQ, and then you get stopped out for 3 days, and I don't know, NQ has the ability to really hook you up. But I don't trade cold. But in case my green streak finishes, or when the take comes, maybe it's today, but when the take comes, when my green streak ends, I think I will maybe look for new symbols, try again. Like the thing what I don't want, like why that I don't want to jump into different symbols is I know exactly like how the 15-minute orb usually forms on NQ, like when it's too wide, when it's not too wide. If I will jump into cold, it will take some time for me to implement the same strategies, understand how these strategies work, and then this, like I have so much more pattern recognition with NQ, and that's like I feel like if you jump into new symbol, you don't have the pattern recognition so much because you haven't watched it for days or months or years. So the market hours or the chart hours is something you can't replicate to multiple symbols, right? If you watch NQ every single day for years, you are so comfortable knowing when to trade and when not to trade, right? But if you jump from NQ to cold, you don't have that thousands of hours watching cold, like the view time, watch time, whatever you want to call it. So I think it's just like I don't want to jump the ship from something that works. If NQ stops working for me completely, if I can't catch a break with losers on NQ, I will definitely be like, okay, maybe it's time to try something else. I moved out finally when I was 20 years old. Rent was so crazy in Austin by the time I moved away. But do you guys get... I have no followers, I only have money moolah. Yeah, I think it's like the funny thing about those influencers as well, right? They all pretend to be rich to get followers, and that's like you can't pay for a meal with followers. Well, actually you can, right? Actually you can. Nowadays you actually can pay for your meal with followers. Not in the grocery store, but in some restaurants you can probably do it. I still think you have delay, and if you didn't set up in OBS, it could be YouTube. Might be. Okay, that's I don't have it on OBS. I checked last time, but I need to check YouTube as well, but I will do it after the stream. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna stay on for a long time because I mean this market is I think we're gonna dump. I honestly think that this whole consolidation is before the big dump. Check the link out. You mean the, let me see. Now I'm gonna watch myself from a stream, huh? I don't know. Let me see if just hit 2x play stream. Oh, just hit 2x playback stream. Only few. I think it should be only few seconds, but nevertheless, I'm gonna check later. I'm gonna do with ask help from ChatGPT as well. Maybe I can avoid it more than few seconds. I try to make it as live as possible. I tried to activate Twitch as well, but I need to do it again because when I tried to stream on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously, then it crashed my whole thing, and then I was like, okay, I will try again in the future. I see gold has been very wild recently anyway. It barely moves when you look at it, and then you blink for a second, it already teleported to another location. Yeah, that's the thing with those metals as well, right? It's I feel like everybody's jumping the ship because they're moving a lot, and I think that by the time I will touch gold or silver, they are completely back to normal. They're really relaxed. We'll see, but yeah, it's just I don't want to touch what is working, and I think it's a little bit dark and nice. Finally, we can open this thing up. But yeah, it's just not moving to another thing before it stops. Holy shit, that playback speed thing worked. Thank you. So that's the solution for the delay. Just have 2x. That's really good. So does it give you back to, does it make you go back to real time? Like it man, that short was so obvious, but when something is so obvious, I'm scared to trade. I was like, NQ is not okay. Okay, well, ES took out this low. Guys, I'm sorry. I've drank so much water today. I need to go to the bathroom again. Be right back. Guys, sorry. Drinking You can hear me, yeah? Drinking water and coffee at the same time a lot can hurt your streaming schedule. ES took out Asia low, wonder if it will bounce or keep dumping. Yeah, man, we had a yellow line here as well, right? Okay, let's see if we can actually find the trade as well. That NQ short was way too obvious. I love easy trades, but I hate them at the same time, right? Easy trades are confusing because you're like, how is market so easy? How is market so easy? And today that NQ short actually was easy. So we didn't take it, but guys, as long as there is, okay, actually I think I know what setup I want to maybe take. You know, if it's actually a trendy day today, I think this 9 EMA on 15 minute will be our best bet. But guys, if I'm not in a trade and I don't see a huge, like, super good setup in any way right now, unless, like, I'm telling you, the best shorts were here. As soon as we retested that New York VWAP, that was the best time to get in. I don't think there's now. Pretty sure it will be steep drop 24,806, 790 for reversal. I wouldn't be surprised. The only thing that I see the vision for the more deeper drop, or that we actually have a bigger drop coming, is the fact that we consolidated on NQ so much. Consolidation means that big players were maybe building up orders, but man, it's Monday. I don't like trading on Mondays. Now when I made a little bit of money, I'm extra cautious. Only long I will try this when NQ hits 24,785, 24,875. Do you have something there as well? Do you have anything on the 24? Man, you know when things get super bearish? The fact that, okay, so we had 3 bounces from the 200 EMA, right? The fact that if we're gonna come back to this 200 EMA, I don't think it's gonna hold anymore. I think it's the, I explained this before as well, but it's like, the more you knock on the door, the more likely it is that someone will open it, right? And with the big support areas, with big resistance areas, with big high time frame EMAs, like daily 200 EMA is major EMA, right? And the market shows us we bounced 2 times, but it's the same thing. The more you knock on the door of the 200 EMA, the weaker it becomes. And that, like, look what happens when you, and I think like we might be kind of setting up similarly, right? We had 2 tests here on 200 EMA on daily, and then when we broke it, the aftermath was nasty, right? If you break 200 EMA on a daily and you really break it, that can get really nasty. But I don't think it's gonna be the day. I think today we have a fairly slow market. The volume here today is quite low as well, I would say. Yeah, the volume here today is quite low as well. We bounced exactly from the last week value area high. Okay. And value area low 728. Made minus 24 euro today, Monday, I guess. It is Monday. It is Monday, that's why you don't see me jumping into trades as well, but I would love to jump on a trade, don't get me wrong. But I think shorts are safer. Any bear traps? 9 minute. Okay. Okay, so we have few things here. The fact that we are on the bear trap on 15 minutes, it's do or die for the bulls, right? If you want to hold it as a bear trap, you want to bounce from here. Otherwise, I think it's gonna flush. I think it's gonna flush if we don't, like, that 35 RSI is usually bear trap. Do you keep up to date with the news? Yeah, it's two-way thing. So the one thing that I always check is Forex Factory, because it shows you all the economy news, right? Economy numbers and everything. I always check that before every single day, because I know, for example, Friday, 1 hour before market open, this is Estonian time, right? Then in Estonian time, 1 hour before market open. And I also have financial choice on my phone, so if anything happens, I will always keep updated. But someone asked, Joe Doe asked bear trap. And if you're new, then I understand we didn't do bear trap. But I have a theory, and I proved this on stream many times that it actually works, that it's not just a theory, but the theory is really simple. On RSI, you see two lines, right? You see yellow line and yellow line. These two yellow lines, one is, I don't know if you see that part of the screen because I think my camera is there. I wouldn't enter longs here, but I wish you the best. But I mean, it's hourly candle closing, why not? But coming back, so 65 RSI I read as a bull trap, and 35 RSI I read as a bear trap. And what I mean by that is, usually, like, when market is bullish but you don't break the 65 RSI, it usually shows up as a, so let me go on ES and I will show you exactly how this works. So let's find few examples. We have one example right here, right? We have 65 RSI, 50, and this is 15 minute. The higher time frame is more important, but this is the same area, right? So 65 RSI, we got rejected at 65 RSI, boom, it's a bull trap. So it meaning bulls got trapped, we go down. Now let's find 35 RSI. 35 RSI, the same thing, vice versa. One is here, okay, perfect. So here and here, and here you have another confluence. If you just look RSI, you have the fact that RSI is in an uptrend together with the bear trap, right? While the price is in a downtrend, so that's a bullish divergence. That means that the price was higher with the lower RSI. So RSI itself is the easiest explanation for RSI is how market is feeling. Imagine that you would have a speaker that will play sounds of how the market is feeling about certain prices, yay or nay, right? And RSI is showing you that if RSI is really low, that doesn't mean you should long, that means the market is feeling super bearish about the price. So it's in the right place, right? Price is low, market is feeling bearish, boom. That's like, you shouldn't long this if RSI is super low, because that shows the market is bearish, right? They agree that price should be down. But what happens here is RSI was lower when price was higher. So meaning people felt super bearish here, but now when the price is lower, people didn't feel anymore so bearish. So that's why you have uptrend in RSI, but you have downtrend in price, so you have divergence. Plus you also have what I told you about the 35 RSI, which can be like a bull trap or bear trap, and it works on, even if I go on 4 hours, I can show you in any minute, but it works, right? We have 65 RSI right here. Look what the price is doing. You can kind of connect this with another confluence. We got rejected at 200 EMA, boom, you have two confluences, maybe it makes sense to enter, right? And then we come down, 35 RSI, what do? We bounce. So this is a bear trap, meaning bears are getting trapped here, and this is a bull trap, bulls getting trapped here. Now this is 15 minute, so it's not as viable as higher time frames, but you can see this in 1 hour, in 4 hour, and so on. But the point I'm trying to make about this bear and bull traps is it can give you indication whether this move is gonna continue or not. So right now, when we are watching the price right now, we see that the price is below that 35 RSI, right? The bear trap. So if it's below it, it means we don't have a bear trap. So means it's moving down without making a trap for bear. So I would say we have more room to go down. And the general rules for both this bull trap and bear trap is if you go above it, like here, we cross above it, right? So this is from this moment until here. This usually, and that's not the case here to show, but usually what happens, and this starts with the lower time frames with 5 minutes and 3 minutes and so on. Usually what happens when you go above 65 RSI is you start to bounce here. The price even doesn't come down off that 65 RSI, so that means if the price is above that 65 RSI, maybe it's not the best idea to look for shorts. I mean, this is a perfect example, right? Price, I'll give you this as a last example. Price is above 65 RSI, and look what the price is doing at the same time. Price is continuing uptrend, right? And the next time we come higher, what happens is we have lower RSI, right? So same thing vice versa. Now we have RSI downtrend into price uptrend. You have bearish divergence, so meaning that maybe you should look for shorts. Again, this is not, I don't take trade based because we are at bear trap or bull trap. It's more a tool that you can use when there are things called zombie rallies. Zombie rallies happens, and we've seen it continuously, but I think here, okay, perfect, it aligns. Here is a perfect zombie rally, right? Zombie rally meaning we don't have any meaningful pullbacks. We just grind up. Yeah, there's small pullbacks. If you catch them at the right time, you can make some money with shorts, but it doesn't make sense to try to make money with shorts in this kind of movement. It makes sense to make money with longs because it's a really clear trend, and I call these things zombie rallies because price just grinds higher and higher and higher, and it doesn't give any reward for shorts. If you try to short it, it's not gonna hit your stop loss in minutes. It's gonna maybe take hours. It just grinds against you. It's terrible market to trade reversals, right? But the same time this is happening here on price, look what RSI is doing. It's staying above that 65 RSI. So it's not a bull trap, and as soon as it stays above it, you don't want to short this because that's like the indication that, hey, we have a zombie rally going on. So the whole point that I'm trying to make here is I don't trade based because it's a bull trap or bear trap, but it's just indication for me to know, okay, maybe it's a trap, or it's a good indication for me to know when it's a really like this zombie rally or super heavy trend day where it doesn't make sense to find reversals. So that's how I see bull trap, bear trap, and why I use 35 RSI and 65 RSI. Joey, though, I hope it was helpful. I just entered long, tight stop. I think you're already stopped out. Counter trend is hard when momentum is super strong. I think also counter trend is really hard when you're trying to find reversals for longs, because the thing is market moves down much more aggressively than it moves up, right? If you go down right now, usually one 15-minute candle takes much more dollars away from the market than when it moves up. Yeah, you can argue on some breakouts, but mostly market is moving down, then it's more volatile. So if you look for reversals, you need to be super accurate, otherwise your stops needs to be super wide, and then you understand the point. It's the old knife catching analogy, right? You don't catch the knife when it's falling, you catch the knife when it bounces on the ground. I think it's much easier to find reversals for shorts because you can have wide stop loss, but the stop loss in dollar amount is not so much. But when you look for longs as a reversal, I think you really need to wait at least for some kind of bounce. It's gonna cost your entry a little bit, but again, I think it's more difficult to catch the knife than find a short reversal. I'm interested, Joe, though, does what I just explained, does it make sense? Or did you understand what I said about bear trap and bull trap? Trump is live speaking. I mean, goddamn, that NQ short was so obvious, and I was too scared to trade it because it looks so different from ES. But the way ES was showing you what NQ is gonna do, that looked too easy to be true. It honestly looked too easy to be true. should have just shorted NQ with eyes closed and that's it. I mean, you learn. You learn from the trades you don't take, you learn from the trades you lose. You probably don't learn from trades you win because you're too happy to even focus what you did. Just note the time step so I can go through it later. N4 250k. Can you send in chat is okay? Are you down to send the time step here on YouTube chat as well? So I can clip it later and just upload it for you guys. He's doing event for families that have been... Okay, Trump is not speaking about anything major. That's what you're saying. Cool. The 15 EMA touch on NQ be used as a trigger for short? I think so now, yeah. That's what I'm waiting as well. That's why you see 15-minute chart open. I think any retest on this 9 EMA would be viable to just go in because you have two chances then. You either get in when the trend breaks or you just ride the trend. My BNL got stable when I stopped trying to guess the tops or bottoms. I just get in when the market shifts direction with volume. Yeah, the only thing that you so to say give away when you wait for like heavy bounce or heavy reversal, you just give away amazing entry, right? If you guess the market or if you try to time the reversal, the only positive side is you will have a better entry if you're right, but the downside is you're gonna be wrong so many more times. So I meant the touch that was already there. Probably yeah. I mean, that was your maybe signal to look for shorts because you got rejected on the 9 EMA, so starts to confirm the trend, right? And then maybe on the second, the previous bar on the 9 EMA, that was your entry. I think trying to play reversals is what keeps me unprofitable. I should cut off my hands. Don't cut your hands. Don't do that. You need them for trading. You need them for everything else as well. But yeah, I mean 1 hour is not bear trapping as well. 15 minutes is not bear trapping, what we just explained. 30 minutes is not bear trapping. 1 hour no. 4 hour have time to go there, but this is looking I will be interested to see if we have a small bounce back to 9 EMA. Okay, we took out another low as well. Wait, we took out this low as well on ES, which happened on Friday. So now NQ will take this as well probably. So this yellow line will go into the lead, but I don't know, jumping into longs without the bounce. No, I honestly favor short still. Maybe even 5 minute 9 EMA makes sense to enter shorts because this trend is this shorts was. Thank you for 925k. Thank you, my man. I will try to upload it later. I have a lot of stream clips saved, so I will send them to my editor. But yeah, it's I want to because sometimes I give you a nice explanation on stream, and the people who miss it, I want them to have a chance to see it as well. Okay, we're gonna take out this low likely, right? And then what's the weekly low last week? Weekly low is this one on that 200 EMA. I said that it's probably not gonna be tested, but now anything is possible. Let me mark it on my chart as well, so I don't need to jump onto this daily time frame. Let's see if are we actually. Oh man, that short today was actually so obvious. But I didn't short it because if something looks too obvious for me, it's the psychology of the markets, right? I'm the sucker for it as much as you guys are. Sometimes when the setup looks too easy, you can't press the button, but I was just reading the trading in the zone when I was flying last week, and it really tells you how to execute like a robot, right? You're not scared of your emotions, you're only focusing on probabilities. And now looking back on this chart, right, we game outside of the orb on ES, and NQ was giving you amazing entries. This New York VWAP, I mean, it's Monday, it's okay. But this yellow line is gone too now, I think. We're not gonna have higher time frame divergence, I don't think so. Yes, took out this low, right? This low on NQ. I think NQ is gonna take it out as well. Man, now I wish I had more balls to short it earlier. I really was. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Not many trades today. Oh, yeah. Here it looks even more painful. Because our first entry was here, 907. Which I closed. I would have break even anyway because we went up to my entry, but yeah, 200 points. I honestly, I didn't believe into this trade so much when it was there. Man. Psychology is sometimes difficult, guys, huh? Psychology sometimes is difficult. You have a setup, just press the fucking button. I think it's also part of me, the fact that I'm going to dubstep tomorrow. I don't want to fuck up my green streak before I go on dubstep live, right? I really don't want to ruin it. Imagine ruining it one day before I go there. It would suck, but at the same time we can't be afraid of taking the setups. This was... Now the question is, how low will we go? I think if we have any retracement, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna ride the trend. I feel so much more comfortable riding the trend up than riding the trend down. But that has to be EMA. It has to be EMA retest. Don't fuck up the streak. I'm not gonna fuck up the streak. But I want to find at least one more trade. Go to dinner. Actually, I'm gonna order food. Wait, I'm gonna call my girlfriend who is in another room. Will you be streaming before going on dubstep? Yes, but I can't call my girlfriend. Yes, I'm gonna do a shorter stream. So now you look for longs. I doubt I will look for longs. I really doubt. The thing is why I don't see good long reversal happening, and again, I've been wrong today one time when we were chopping, right? I was wrong about shorts, but the whole reason why I don't see like big, it might happen, right? Always buy the dip, but why I don't think it's gonna happen like a major bounce is because the way we went down, we were building orders here. When we were chopping, they were building sell orders, right? So the fact that we were building, like if it was a really sharp move down, I would be more eager to find long. But when it's like slow move down, when you build orders and then you have a flush and everything, this is kind of confirming we have a quite a strong trend down. And the volume itself is not really low as well, like they're selling it with volume. So I think it's hard to find longs. I wanted to order food. Can you guys still hear me? I'm not sure if I'm muted. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna order food quickly, but I think it's not super wise to long this market, but I don't want to give you trade advice that's gonna be wrong in the future. I'm gonna ask my girlfriend if she wants food. Let's wait for the response, otherwise she's gonna kill me if I order food without her. I would rather look for shorts when we get any retracement. So My minimum requirement for me to enter shorts would be probably 9-minute 9 EMA. If we go to the 9-minute 9 EMA, I will look how far the 15-minute is. 15-minute will give me ideal entry, because that will be like if you're gonna continue down, that 15-minute needs to hold. So that's like you understand where the trade idea is invalidated again. Was there anyone you will look up to when you were learning? Anyone? I mean, Bare Naked Crypto was definitely one guy. Bare Naked Crypto taught me about 9-minute, 27-minute time frames. He taught me about EMAs. He taught me about RSI divergence, and he also taught me the 65-35 RSI. But he trades crypto, so he has more indicators than me, if you can believe it or not. I know I have a lot of indicators. He uses like shitloads of indicators, but I used to look up for him because he didn't sell any course, and I didn't have idea to make YouTube videos at that point. But I was like, if I was ever a content creator, I want to be with the similar approach that I don't sell anything. I hate scamming, and I hate course. I don't hate course sellers. I hate the concept of selling course in general. But yeah, he was transparent. He was trashing a lot of course sellers, and he never stopped out? I don't know. He never traded live. That was his thing. He just did live streams where he talked about the markets, but he never traded live. Quite similar as we doing it today. I mean, we only took one trade, man. I really now regret that I didn't short this when it was so obvious. Yeah. And to be honest, I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but I learned a lot from DJR bootcamp as well. I mean, he just teaches you some things from ICT as far as I know, right? He, like, usually when people teach ICT concepts, they kind of wrap it with the different names, but the whole liquidity sweeps and everything. But I learned the basics from DJR bootcamp as well. I would never say that I don't recommend this for beginners. I think it's a really good for you to understand what is an uptrend, what is a downtrend. I don't know. Support, resistance, right? They put it in order blocks or supply and demand, but in the end it's the same thing, right? Some people will call this an order block here, right? But for me, I mean, how is it different from support or resistance? So I would say DJR bootcamp as well. I don't trade his strategies, but I think he bootcamp, especially the first episodes, I didn't even watch it until the end, but he is just the basics concepts. What do you think about Fibonacci? I think Fibonacci is amazing. I think, like, I know a few traders who use it. They use it quite successfully. I think it gives you really good levels. I think especially extensions are really good. I sometimes put Fibonacci in my charts to maybe find retracements or find places to possibly enter, but I don't trade based on the don't trade based on Fibonacci. But I don't see anything wrong in Fibonacci. I think it's like, no matter when you use it, you see the proof that it works most of the time, right? The price respects the Fibonacci levels. So someone asked a really good question. Is it time to go longs based on the VWAP activation bands? And no. The reason why it's no is because both ES and NQ are inside of the VWAP activation bands, right? It doesn't matter if you're up here, close. Oh man, we had VWAP activation reaction today. Was this market open? Juicy. But as long as you're inside of it, and just like right now, right? As long as you're inside of it, you don't want to find reversals. You want to find possible reversals. I'll give you a scenario, right? Right now they're extending, and as long as price stays inside of them, it only means those VWAP activation bands are becoming stronger. And they're coming stronger for the future, because as long as price is inside, it doesn't matter for reversals. It only matters when we break them, like we are right now. We are breaking them, right? We are inside of them. Now, what will be the entry signals based on these? So these VWAP activation bands are developing something like this, right? I'm not 100% accurate with my drawing, but they're probably gonna develop something like this if price keeps going here. So how I would find reversal, or how I would be like, okay, now it's a setup, is when we are dancing inside and now 1 minute candle closes above this VWAP deviation band, and NQ can be still inside, and then you try to enter on bounce or close to a bounce, because your probabilities, since we broke 1 minute candle outside of them, the next time we come to this first line, it's stronger, right? So you can put your stop loss, let's say you enter here, you put your stop loss below the first line, right? Because your expectation it's stronger. So as long as it's dancing inside of it, I don't see the setup. How can I delete all of it once? Okay. We might have right now what I just explained. We'll see. But it needs to reclaim the first VWAP deviation band, and then on the bounce, like we break out, meaning 1 minute candle closes outside of them. That's when I'm like, okay, now let's start to find entry, right? Because now it kind of confirms we broke them. Now we are breaking out, so it's might be right now happening. We'll see. Maybe we can get live execution and everything all at once, but you definitely want to wait for at least 1 minute candle close outside of them before, like, you can have a fake out, right? 1 minute candle is showing it's gonna go out of them, and then it's not gonna close outside of them, and then the whole idea is invalidated. That's the first thing. Let's see in 23 seconds if it's actually gonna close 1 minute candle. Right now it's starting to look like this, but it's not before the candle closes. We have 15 seconds more, and in case this 1 minute actually closes outside of them, then I will wait for the bounce, or not even bounce, but when we get like close to that deviation band. Price doesn't always bounce, like it doesn't. Okay, we closed 1 minute candle outside of them. Nice. Now you wait for the retracement. So let's see what the retracement will do, and I think I might try to catch this knife with you if it's successful. Let's see how this 1 minute candle closes, if it comes inside of them or not. But it's looking better. It's looking good. Where is the chart? I might jump into a trade with my Combine account. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Are we closing another candle outside of them? 5, 3. Oh fuck, I'm watching ES and NQ at the same. Oh my god. Okay, it doesn't matter, it's the same. It's the same. Sorry, I was watching NQ and NQ on both. That's my bad. This might happen before, so it's even more valid. I'm gonna go on my Combine account and I'm gonna jump into this. Oh my god, wait. Yeah, let's. Okay, I'm gonna chase this long with you. I'm gonna go on my Combine. How much I can make? 1.5k more. Okay, let's see. Let's just play the setup out. God damn. So now, if you wanna trade this, your stop loss should be below this. If you're trading this with me, right? Your stop loss should be below the VWAP deviation band. So let me put it closer. So your stop loss should be under 24,701. Let me put this trade on the 729. Let me put this trade on my here as well. 729. Not really bad entry here, but it is what it is. 729. I think it's. Yep, that's where my entry is. I think right here. And your stop loss should be something like this, right? Because your probability is that you are protected by this first line. As soon as you close candle inside of the first line, it doesn't make sense anymore to stay in this trade. Today 10 a.m. candle was the best Phoebe level and I missed that. The 4-hour candle opening, huh? If you have to trade only one setup or via one strat for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Really good question. Which one would it be to trust for the rest of my life? Honestly, if I only have one setup for the rest of my life, if I can only take setups, if I can only take trades on that specific strategy, support resistance. If I can only choose one strategy, it has to be support resistance, right? There's nothing else in the market that will give me probably the better entries than support resistance, right? Like super high time from support resistance, I will just play key areas. If I need to choose only one setup variant, it has to be support resistance on a high time frame. It will probably mean swing trades. It will probably mean that I have to take swing trades because we touch those high time frame support resistance not so often. But I think that's like the only way you have, I don't know. I saw your video on another TikTok, maybe fake account. Man, what's going on with all the fakesters? That's crazy. Send the links on the Discord. Done for the day, off to class, 6 out of 6. Mason killed it today. Appreciate what you do, man. Good luck on the dubstep tomorrow, brother. See you, Mason. Have a good class. 7. Oh, let's put it like here, right? I mean, we can protect it with lows as well, but if you want to trade the VWAP strategy itself, then it makes to, like, because I'm trading combine account with 3000 profits, I don't really care so much how wide my stop is. But if I was trading my real money, I would probably keep my stop below this VWAP deviation band. Well, I went in and out in 2 minutes and made enough so that I have a little profit for the day. Let's go. Taking a small cuts when market gives them, right? I might enter on my real money if we get retracement into this VWAP deviation band again and we don't close 1 minute candle inside of them. Maybe, we'll see. 804. I can be greedy. I think VWAP deviation band work more accurately for shorts. What's your opinions? I think anything works better for shorts in terms of indicators, because shorts are always more aggressive. I have seen days where I think that was a day where we dropped 1,000 points on NQ or $1,000. It was maybe a few months ago, I think in November or October, and price was inside of those VWAP deviation bands all day. But how I would say mark weight is those VWAP deviation bands are really trend based as well. I give you an example. So we are, you can argue that we are bearish on a higher time frame, right? If you are bearish on a higher time frame, and I know we are on daily more on the range market than trendy market, but just example, if you are bearish on a higher time frame, those VWAP deviation bands are super strong even on the first touch when you look for shorts if you're in a bearish trend. Now if you're super bullish like the market was last year from April till August or whatever, then usually this doesn't even happen what happened today, where we broke those VWAP deviation bands and you will bounce from the first touch. So it's a little bit like you need to consider the market direction in general as well, and then based on that those VWAP deviation bands can be stronger or weaker. But who called that? Wait, let me see. Interstace, could the VWAP activation bands work here as a long entry? I think when you said it, I think you might have seen that ES. Sorry guys, I was stupid. I was on NQ and on NQ on both. But if you saw this, let me. This is so annoying. I have TradingView open in my work computer and it's giving me this freaking error. But Interstace, you were super accurate on the long. It was a nice setup, and let's see if I can close another 500 for this funded account, not funded, evaluation account. Would be nice. Would be nice, guys. Quite a strong bounce here. Would be nice to make 3.5 for a combine account. I think I'm protecting my own real money account profits as much as I can until dubstep. This is not bad bounce. Man, if I have 5 accounts, I think I'm gonna go into much more risky trading approach as well. I think if I have 5 accounts, I can give myself the luxury of sizing up on one account and copy trading 4 accounts, and you understand the idea. I think so. I think it can also backfire that I lose the 5th account as quickly as possible, or the account that I size up on. But I mean, I think if you have 5 accounts, it's worth the risk to try to make more money on one account, right? But that bounce is building. I saw that, but I wanted to hear your opinion before I enter. It was really good timing. You had a really good idea. I was watching on NQ and NQ, which was amateur mistake by me. But I think ES16, yeah, like NQ was not out of the VWAP activation bands when ES was out of the VWAP activation bands when NQ wasn't. And that would be in the best time to kind of enter before waiting for NQ confirmation. But it was really nice timing. Really nice timing. You saw it before it happened. And this trade is running up beautifully. I mean, it's a combine account, so I don't feel any emotion about this trade. But we are closer to getting funded, right? We are closer to finishing this account too. If we make 3.5, we only need to do, how much do we need to do? 3 more thousand. So if I have another 3,000 days, we will have 5 accounts. Man, it will be crazy to hit that 5 accounts before Dubstep Live tomorrow, huh? That would be nice. That would be really nice. We'll see. I'm not getting ahead of myself. But yeah, I'm risking 275 from 3,000 profits, so I think it's no-brainer trade to just hold until it does. Where is the VWAP? 872. Okay, the orb high is here. I think let's keep it to 500. 1 to 2 risk reward. A little bit less than 1 to 2. But it's regardless, it's good trade. We are already up. What we are 50 points, 56 points, something like this. But Interstace had a really good eye for reversal. That was beautiful. Beautiful call. And if you ask me like the one strategy, and I said support resistance, the only reason it's the only thing that gives you so much data, right? Yeah, I think just support resistance with some kind of rules. If you don't allow me any other indicator for my strategy. Someone asked like what would be the only strategy. But I didn't take that much from this trade. It more Interstace, it doesn't matter. The numbers will follow if you learn how to execute. You learn how to execute with small numbers, then you get confidence that you should hold next time. And that's how you build it. And at some point you're gonna take the same setup, you let it run, you're more confident, you know how to spot it. You should be proud of yourself because you marked you found long in a really good timing, right? If you entered at the same time you said it, you are up maybe almost 100 points now, right? What I mainly learned from you is patience, patience, patience. Hats off to you for your patience. It's true. It's so true. But my patience only come like, and also I sometimes miss the trades. Like today's shorts, I really missed because of my patience. Right? I was waiting for ES to maybe give us more bullish. Like I was way too patient for my first short, but the only reason I have patience like I have is because I have lost so much. It's like, and 99% of the time when I lost was because I wasn't patient. So when I looked in the mirror, I was like, you either become a patient trader or you're gonna lose more money. And I think impatience is the biggest killer of any profits. It's if you don't have, like, even if you hit your first trade really, really well, it's really easy to feel like, let's say you take a winning trade. With losing trade, I think it's even easier to fall into this trap. But if you take a winning trade, it's so easy to be like, oh, I got some money, let me make more, right? Market gave me money, so you feel a little bit confident. You feel like you can't lose so much because now you have a buffer and everything. So I think that's like the time that you need to stay patient. Like if I win this trade, do I want to find another trade? Of course. But that's exactly how the impatience will take your money, right? It's gonna give you idea that you don't need to be impatient because you won your last trade, or you want to rush to feel the same feeling again. But yeah, for me the patience just came from the fact that every time I lost, mostly the reason was not because I risked too much or something. It was just because I entered too early. Sometimes it was 5 minutes waiting more. Sometimes it was 20 minutes waiting for. Sometimes it was figuring out that I shouldn't have traded at all. I think impatience really makes us lose money or lose profits. And also, like, I think my patience has also developed from the fact that I trade 15-minute orb, because the 15-minute orb forces you to sit out from the market for the first 15 minutes. And the first 15 minutes is so damn volatile that it's when your nervous system is like, take a trade, right? Market is moving, you need to go in. Market is going up, maybe go in. Market is going down, go in, right? The first 15 minutes the market moves the most. And if you trade 15-minute orb like me, or you take trade based on the 15-minute orb, I think it has trained me really well to not trade when it's most appetizing, or it's most like it looks like amazing time to trade, the volatility is up. So I think 15-minute orb can also help you with your patience, because you just sit out the most volatile time, right? The first 15 minutes is usually crazy. That's why we have sometimes so wide orb as well, because the first 15 minutes is just chaos. And I used to be the guy who used to trade as soon as New York opened. I go short, I go long, I go short and long. Some days I make so much money, and this was like early days, right? I traded one mini, not micros. I didn't. And if you trade one mini, small movement can give you $200-400, right? You make $400 in seconds if you enter with one mini on the first, I don't know, 5-15 minutes. I've been looking at both 5-minute and 15-minute orb, whichever happens first, if it goes according to my plan for the morning. Yeah, I think 5-minute orb is as strong strategy as the 15-minute orb, because a lot of times the market, whatever high and low it's gonna make on 15, like let's say the first 5-minute candle is super bullish, there is sometimes really high chance that 5-minute high will be the support for the all day, and you're not gonna even visit it, right? So if you wait 15-minute orb, you kind of miss the trade. So it's super valid thing to look at, because orb is mechanical trade. It means that it's super easy to execute for the machines, right? So I think it really works in a way where sometimes it's 5-minute orb that is the most profitable for breakouts. Sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's 1-minute orb. I know there are machines that trade 15-second orb, meaning they wait for the first 15 seconds of the New York and then take the breakout to either side. And I think it's just like, how do you call it? Arbitrage. You understand what I mean, right? It's like, as soon as market has efficient way to make money, so let's say 50-minute orb, it will work until there's too many market participants using that 15-minute orb, and then it switches to 5-minute, and then it switches to 1-minute orb, and so on. So that's why I also have the inverse orb and those things in my arsenal, because I understand that market can give me 15-minute orb breakouts 24/7, right? Sometimes it gives me inverse orb, and probably that inverse orb is just playing off the 5-minute orb or 10-minute orb, right? So I think it's really good to have other orbs in your arsenal as well. Also has to do what I think it was going to do, always stick to the rules. Every time I break a rule, I lose cash. Yeah, it's I think every single trader, no matter how professional they are, they can admit the same thing, right? As soon as they break rules, they lose money. And that deviation band trade, again, your stop loss should be below that. We can have like divergence you can have is maybe NQ comes here and bounces, and then ES bounces from here. That's the like, you can have these kind of divergences as well. But let's see, where are we bouncing right now? Okay, we're not at 15-minute 9 EMA. So if you're in longs, I will probably take some profits here on the 9 EMA, because if we continue trend, that's where we should look for shorts. 805, goddamn, that's quite a tight TP. I want to be more greedy with my combine account. In this account, I'm chasing more the bigger winners, but I understand if we bounce from here as well. I think it's losing strength now. Don't give up, my friend. I mean, it has some dragons to slay on the way up, right? We have the 9 EMA on 15-minute. We are 9 EMA on 9-minute. We didn't close the candle. We have 2 minutes until this candle closes on 9-minute as well. But it's the matter of slaying those dragons on different time frames, right? We probably slayed the 5-minute 9 EMA, good. Now the next one is 9-minute, and then you have 15-minute. So there is a lot of pushback from those EMAs. But if they keep breaking to the bulls, then yeah. Otherwise, I think this might be 9 EMA rejection. Let's see, we have 1 minute and 20 seconds before this candle closes. But I see why you mean it's losing strength. We might be just making a lower high, have a normal downtrend, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this 5-minute gives up this 9 EMA as well. Might be wise to just close the trade, maybe. We'll see. Like this, my TP is where the 15-minute 9 EMA is. So even if we continue down, I hope we can maybe TP and jump into shorts. Can be a whole possibility. I mean, I'm not gonna go to break even with this trade because I'm in 3,000 profit. Doesn't make sense. I can lose to 275, but I see that my AI indicator Are you trying to post a link? I think I haven't set any rules, but I'm not sure if you can set the link. You can send the link in the Discord. If you're not gonna scam everyone, then it's okay. Or you already sent it? I appreciate you for 925k. I will check it out later. Pyro, I don't know. I'm not posting link. I wanted to share the info it provided. Okay. I don't have any rules on the chat, but it might sometimes auto-detect some. Wait. Let me see if my girlfriend wants the food. Okay. My girlfriend wants the food as well. I'm gonna order food quickly, guys, and then... Man, everything is so expensive. I'm gonna order Korean food. Some Korean food. Okay, food ordered. J and Bush 249. So other indexes are confirming bearish bias. Yeah, I think we checked the other index chart earlier as well, and it's not. That's nasty. I mean, the general rule is if all those indexes are moving in the same direction, you don't want to reverse, right? It means the money is flowing in the same direction. I'm in shorts now myself. You are shorts NQ. I don't dislike idea, but I hope we're gonna retest 9 EMA. I mean, not for your sake, because you're already in shorts, but if I want to short this myself, I would really hope we retest that. We'll see how those EMAs play out. If this 5-minute candle closes below this 9 EMA again, I might close my position and jump into shorts instead. But that Pyro, I like how you're looking the whole market. It's so important to look at the whole market. It gives you idea what how the money is flowing. And what I also recommend, if you're looking at the market like as a whole, YM, RTI and so on, what I recommend doing is try to spot. If you look on my right, you see the same indexes, right? Let me make it even more clear. You see here, right, NQ, ES, RTI, and I should have Dow Jones here. Okay, let's go back here. ES, NQ, YM and RTI. So what I recommend here is try to always spot the biggest mover here. So right now the RTI is the biggest mover because it's down -2%, and that's actually really good because that kind of confirms our bias for RTI being the snitch, right? RTI being the one who tells you what's gonna happen. So if RTI is leading, I will kind of use that RTI lead as an indication what's gonna happen because it's leading. So if anything reverses, it should be RTI as well, and then ES needs to confirm it. But looking at the whole market, I think if you get used to it, and you seem to be already used to it, it will benefit your trading a lot, like index wise, because then you see the whole market and you kind of understand how the money is flowing. I'm gonna stream for 39 minutes more because that's when my food is arriving, and I think that's usually my trading time is over by then as well. I might close this trade and look for shorts, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close this and I might jump into shorts here because I love how we are rejecting that. I'm gonna risk a little bit more. I love how we are rejecting that. Wait. I love how we are rejecting that. We are not coming close to the 15-minute 9 EMA, and yeah, I think that's the play is to switch bias here. We had our long bounce. I mean, yeah. The only danger for my short here, even though it's combine account, I still don't want to lose money. The only danger here is that we gonna come and test that 15-minute 9 EMA, which is I think 806. So my stop loss should be around here. I mean, it's not bad idea actually. Keep the trade protected, but it's just risking more. Let me see if I have the correct understanding of that EMA. 795. Okay, then even better. Then I don't need so wide stop loss. I think that's a valid way to protect this trade. I took some money from the long, and now let's see if the short will play out. I will either close it manually if we make any divergence, meaning that let's say NQ makes new low. I mean, if NQ makes new low, I'm gonna hit my TP anyway. But if ES makes a new low before NQ, I might close the trade, whatever profit we have by then. But I like the switching the bias here. Longs had its moment, and now it looks like it wants to go down. And I should just copy trade my combine trades, because as you see, I made 3,000 on combine. I have no problem of making money on combine. I think that's like every trader can agree, right? Combine is so much easier to enter a trade than it is on an actual funded account. But I think that's like the secret to make money. You need to trade the combine account and forget that you're copy trading your funded accounts together with it, and then you will make money, right? So I don't see myself, at least now, risking 500 on a trade. Here on combine, I'm like, fuck it. I'm risking 500, who cares? Like, I don't need the same patient for my setups, which I don't know if it's good or bad. 32 minutes until the food is coming. I'm getting hungry. See if we can make a new low. Can we make new daily low? I wouldn't. I mean, copy trading the XFA with the practice account. That would be crazy, right? But I don't think, can you? Because the thing is, it will limit your contracts. Because for example, with 100, I can't copy trade 100k account with 150. I can put I can put this account as a leader. I can only put the smallest account as a leader, because the smallest account can go in with 10 minis, while the 150 account can go with 15 minis. So my question is, can you copy trade practice account on your XFA? That's the thing, I'm not sure. But it would be crazy, like, yeah. Like, imagine if you forget that you're copied. I think you need to be a little bit retarded to forget it, but imagine you forget that you're copy trading your practice account, and then you make like 20,000, and you don't even realize you do it, and then you're suddenly like up 20 pans on every single oh man only can dream, right? But I'm gonna take a payout probably this week, we'll see. I'm probably gonna take a payout, and that means that I'm gonna probably size up in the near future on those copy trading accounts, at least to 5 micros. And the reason I'm gonna size up is because I think I'm honestly gonna be moved to live after this payout. So if they don't move me to live, then it makes sense to size up as my next payout will be live anyway. I think like then right now I think I'm gonna be live after this payout, but if they really don't move me live after this payout, I think I'm gonna send it with the copy trading accounts, because then my theory behind it is I either lose the XFAs and then I will start again, or I go live with super big balance, right? If I win when I size up, I go live with the super big balance. If I lose, then I will just buy new combines and start the whole process again. Oh man, the day we lose the green streak, the day we lose this, man, it's been going on for so long. I don't think I would even mind losing it. But one thing is for sure, when the red day will happen, I'm gonna fight for it to reverse. You know my promise. My promise is I'm gonna let my red day maximum be 1000. So if I'm down for 300, 400, 500 for the day, I'm gonna risk another 600 just to give the first red day away. And again, it makes sense, right? It doesn't make sense for me to risk 1000 losing in a day, considering my account balance is 7000 something. But it makes sense in terms of the 4 months, right? It's gonna be, I can divide 1000 with 4 months, and it's nothing as a single red day. Oh man, that time has been flying today for the stream. I closed this trade. Let me put another trade. I think it's my entries around, I can check. So there's no fake news. 753. That's my entry. My TP is below those lows. My TP is actually, my stop loss is actually in the same place, so it's here visually as well. Pietro, you're Italian, right? We have a lot of Italians here. That's so cool to have Italian community. Your name sounds Italian. Are you from Italy, Pietro? Guys, I'm gonna 20 more minutes, okay? Because again, I don't usually trade this time. We only had one trade with the real money today. It is what it is. It's Monday. I made 1.2k overnight while sleeping. That's the best thing to wake up to, huh? But living in Belgium, I knew it because I had a colleague, Pietro, and he was... Usually Italians are not so tall. They are tall, but like not like, you know, like super tall, like 2 meters. But that Italian Pietro was like 2.2 meters, and he was my colleague, and I was like, you are a giant, Pietro. Italian to eat better? I mean, food wise, yes, I agree. Football wise as well. Wine also. Yeah. You're on top of the leaderboard in many categories. Wine, food. I can't say women for obvious reasons. What else? Food. Football. Italian football is really good. Nature, you can't beat Italian nature. One of the most beautiful countries in Europe. I don't disagree with you, Toretto. I don't know parties in Italy though. Is nightlife good in Italy? I never experienced any nightlife in Italy. No, we don't have cumulative delta indicator on dubstep. Man, if they had cumulative volume delta on dubstep, that would be amazing. I will pay whatever extra they need. You can have level 2 DOM, depth of market. You can have that at the level 2. Not diamond sales, sorry, depth of the market. But cumulative volume delta, no. But they told on, and I can actually ask this tomorrow. Guys, any questions you have on for dubstep, let me know. I will be your voice. I will be your voice tomorrow if you have any questions for dubstep. But I remember when I was watching dubstep stream, then they had same question and they told that it's gonna happen at some point. It's minus 3.9, quite strong. Quite strong. So price kinda needs to go down now if you have. You can use NinjaTrader and ask ChatGPT to code you cumulative delta indicator. I know Doretto introduced me to NinjaTrader as well. Okay, I really need to take it. Doretto was kind enough to also send me DM about it and look into it. Okay, that might be the way. I pay for deep charts. How much is the deep charts? How much is the Andrea Simi making there? It depends what's expensive though, because I think Bookmap itself is not cheap as well. I think Bookmap itself is I mean, in the end, it's just the white label product with the different design, right? They all use the same data, they just put different package around it. It's Sierra Charts, I think, is one of the oldest and probably looks one of the oldest. I think Bookmap design is really cool and really straightforward. There's this Quanta 300 for 3 months. I don't have level 2 data on dubstep. No, I don't. Because they give you the depth of market as level 2, right? You see the DOM, but I don't trust the DOM because of spoofing. 300 for 3 months, man. That Simi guy on YouTube, Andres Simi, is living good life. A guide on dubstep from buying to passing and all the steps in between. I like your idea of 9492. Let me write it somewhere where I have those content ideas. But let me leave it somewhere. Let me leave it somewhere so I know it's saved. Okay, I'm gonna make a new one. Man, that Google Docs is so bright. But thank you for the good idea. I like the idea a lot. Okay, perfect. I saved your idea and I'm gonna do it 100%. I have so many videos to record. I think I will do a little streaming pause for a few days at some point. I'm gonna let you know when it's gonna happen. But I feel that as soon as Ask CVD from Dubstep, yeah, 100%. As soon as no, I don't know what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that I'm gonna take a small break from streaming because okay, now I know what I wanted to say. As soon as I do streaming like today, which is 2-3 hours, honestly, I don't have energy to record videos. You can call me lazy, you can call me whatever, right? But it's just I'm mentally exhausted from trading itself, especially in front of you. I try to trade better when I'm streaming, or I'm trading more careful. I want to show you good executions. I want to wait for setups. Not that I don't do it alone, but it's just the pressure. Whenever I press the button, I feel the pressure that I want to win more than I want to lose, right? In front of you guys, it's more that you have an audience watching. It's like performing a sport, right? You're watching me like performing a sport. Trading is kind of like a sport in that sense, right? So if I stream for 3 hours, I trade. If it's on days where I have super busy work day before, like I work from 9 to 5, I come home, I take shower, 5-minute break, I go streaming for 3 hours plus trading, then usually on those days I'm really like, it's one of two, right? It's either I don't stream for one day and I make few videos, or I stream and I'm not gonna record the same day. It's if I'm streaming, then possibly today I don't have energy to record video. If I don't stream, I will have energy, and that's why I can't wait for the day I'm gonna be full-time doing it, because I don't see a problem of streaming and making videos if I don't have my 9 to 5. but since my 9 to 5 is exhausting as well, some days are less exhausting, some days are more. It's just the length of the day, right? You wake up at 8, you go to 9 to 5, you come home, then the streaming is not like 9 to 5 because I enjoy it. I truly enjoy streaming for you guys. I enjoy reading your comments, reading your trade ideas, reading your positive words, reading even the hate. Sometimes we have few haters in the chat. It comes with the streaming. I don't care. But the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, it's I know I'm a little bit suffering in terms of posting new content, but at the same time, I know the people who are watching my streams, you're not really missing out in terms of videos, because any question you have, I always explain it, any concept, any strategy, any entry model. So if you watch my streams, you're not really missing out on new videos, but if you don't watch my streams, then definitely. What do you do for your 9 to 5? I am head of sales. I'm in international company that has Estonian office, and I'm the branch manager, head of sales. I have a small team, 9 people, and I'm pretty much managing them, and also I'm selling myself as well. I've been in sales all my life. Maybe that's why it's so easy for me to speak on stream as well, because I've been selling all my life, and just my work has been my mouth now, right? That sounds a little bit gay, but you understand what I mean. My work has been my mouth. But yeah, head of sales. And it's what's your name? I think I'm the only one who has shitty job and trading. Oh man. It's every job is shitty in some ways, right? But I mean, I don't want to get deep here, but when was life easy for us men, huh? When has it truly been easy, huh? The social pressure, the work. You don't see women so much, and I'm not gonna jump into any gender equality or whatever. Come on, guys, but you don't see women so often building houses or doing those things. So Petra, I feel you. I think it's just who we are biologically. We do what's needed, not what we like. Some of us are more blessed in terms of what we need to do, but I just want the sugar mom. You're in the wrong stream, my friend. What would be a good stream for sugar mama? You probably need to watch some kind of. Wait, I'm gonna tell my girlfriend to pick up the food because it's arriving. The doorbell will ring and I need my girlfriend to go because I'm gonna stream a little bit more. I'm a black man, everybody hates us, man. Fuck racism. Fuck racism. Is my girlfriend gonna go? Wait, I'm gonna scream. Yes, she's going. But man, fuck racism. Honestly. That's one thing I can't stand. Being racist. Man, we are all the same. We are all the same. You can be black and you can be absolute asshole. You can be white and you can be absolute asshole. You can be Asian, white, I don't know. Yellow, black, red. We are all the same, right? It's what's inside. Don't listen. Anyone who is racist, they have a big problem in their head. And universe has a interesting way, right? It's universe will find its way to punish those people who are either racist or whatever they are, right? But I never understood the concept of hating someone because of the skin color. It's like you just were born in a with different DNA in terms of skin color. You just have different DNA in skin color, but everything else is like. What did you order? Korean chicken, so it's gonna be crispy chicken with chili mayo and Korean rice and some kimchi there as well. I think so. I hear my girlfriend just picked it up. So guys, I think we're gonna draw the line. We're gonna start a little bit early tomorrow because I'm gonna do the top step tomorrow, so I want to have my own stream on the market open, and then we have the top step stream. I don't think there's need to push it because you're not gonna see me trade my real money. I think if I would look for any setups just for the rest of the day, just to give you some ideas what I will look for entries today. What time is it for you? It's 7 p.m. right now. So tomorrow, when it's 7 p.m. in my time, it's 7 p.m. right now. Tomorrow 9 p.m. my time, it's gonna be Topstep TV. So 2 hours from now will be Topstep TV. But anyways, if I will look for any trades today, I would say that I will look what will happen here on the VWAP, both New York VWAP and the normal VWAP. So what I mean by is, if ES comes and tests those VWAPs and starts getting reaction, and then Q is here, maybe look for short, right? Same with any EMAs. If we retrace into 15-minute 9 EMA, which we still haven't done, maybe look for shorts. The next one is obviously the order blow itself. Maybe we get retracement on NQ or ES. Maybe look for any entries there. I don't recommend trading at this time, but maybe this time is the most profitable for you. And the last setup I will look for maybe is if this, let me make it different color. If this yellow, if you get divergence, I think you understand what I mean, right? If let's say, if ES makes something like this and NQ makes something like this, might be a potential setup. These will be the setups I will look for in this market in the next 5 hours. So just keep them in mind. I'm gonna keep this trade going regardless because it's combined account. I don't think I'm gonna trade my real money, so I'm gonna take the $80. I'm gonna take it and see maybe if those setups that I just explained will happen, maybe I will try to trade something else. Bro, did you choose the consistency bet on funded? No. I didn't have the consistency bet when I got funded. Those 3 XFAs are from November, even October, so they were before the rules were enforced. So I don't have those rules for this anyway, and here I didn't choose the consistency bet. The only reason I didn't choose it was I wanted this to have same rules as the other 3, but the first 3 I didn't even have a choice. It's because I have had those XFAs from October. They're like almost 5 months old XFAs. Guys, but I think that's it for the day. I know it was a little bit boring stream in terms of trading. We didn't short when we should have, and now the market has really died down. Because you could ask a payout with only 80 day like today. I mean, for me, the thing is, because I trade 3 accounts, so I don't chase peak profits, right? I have 200 days, 400 days, 400 days, most it's 160 to 150, like somewhere between 150 to 400 is my ideal profit for the day usually if I copy trade 3 accounts. So Doretto, see you my Italian friend. So since I don't chase those big profits on the copy trading part, then it's because I need to wait so many days until I get payout, right? Right now, when I have 8,000 balance, I'm gonna take payout 4,000 from each account. And since I need to wait so long to take payout, because I build this 8,000 with the small wins, right? I made 3,000 in January with 1 account, so with 3 accounts, right? So since it took me 1 month to build 3,000 into this balance, into copy trading, probably gonna finish this month with 3,000 as well. So since it takes me so much time, I will cover those 150 days anyways with the normal rules. I will anyways have those 150 days somewhere because it takes me like 2 months to get payout. Of course I can take earlier as well, but I want to maximize my payout amount. So that's why this consistency bet doesn't so much make sense for me. I mean, maybe it does, but on those accounts it doesn't matter anyway. I don't even have a choice to choose it. It's not boring, don't worry, I'm soaking up all the info you have to give. Thank you so much. Again. I wish I could hug you. You always write so nice things, and it's amazing to see that someone is learning so much from the stream and finding it valuable. I truly appreciate it. I'm new here, how do you only have a green days? How do I only... You're new to seeing this trick. This probably looks like a scam, right? I mean, even Dubstep banned me from their Discord when I put screenshot of this. How do I only have green days? I'm trying to give you a realistic answer because I want to choke. Oh well, skill issue, right? And it's a joke, of course. I'm not cocky. But how do I have only green days? Let me think. What's the actual valuable answer that will give you like what's the secret behind it? I think it's patience and risk management. I think I told this before as well. There is nothing else that will give you similar calendar, and I don't recommend anyone having so many green days in a row, because I told you it can also fuck you psychologically, right? Some days this green calendar has done more harm to my trading than it has done good to my trading. But it has to be patience and risk management, because if you look at the month of February, you see 4 trades, 3 trades, 2 trades, 2 trades, 1 trade, 2 trades, 1 trade, 2 trades, 3 trades. And I would say even there's a likeliness that if it shows 4 trades, it can be 2 trades or even 1 trade, right? If I scale in and out, right? So I think that's the proof of patience, that I really wait for that 1 trade or 2 trades. I don't take 10 trades per day. That's one thing. Risk management. I'm okay losing the first trade because I don't risk so much. I give myself a chance to be green for the day with 2 or 3 trades, even if I lose the first trade. Because if I size up on the first trade and let's say I lose 1,000, it's gonna be so hard to continue trading in terms of risk management, and it will be also so hard to make it back to the green. So I think it's risk management, trading small size, waiting for quality setups. Usually if you see me hitting my TP on stream, it's usually 150 to 200 points. And I don't say it as to brag, but if you need to hit 200 points or at least 150 points to make 300 on one micro, right? So usually when I hit my TP on stream, you actually see me hitting that 150, 200 point trade, which would, with one mini, it would make me 2,000 with one trade, but also it will mean that I would have so much risk, right? So for me, it's the matter of how can I have my account for the longest time. I'm always trading for tomorrow. Today I made $80. Yeah, you can say with 3 accounts it's not so bad. It's 240 on top of my head with 3 accounts, right? But of course I want to make more. But market came in 1 trade, I didn't enter on few cases, and that's it. I trade for tomorrow, so meaning that I don't want to ruin this 80 day. Of course I want to make it higher, but also I understand that if I enter now just to make more money, it's likely that I will enter on a bad setup, right? And then it's actually gonna put me into a position where I'm gonna lose money. So it's really always thinking how I'm gonna have the maximum balance for tomorrow, how I'm not gonna put myself into a situation where I'm gonna regret tomorrow, and how do I make sure that I still have account tomorrow. And I think that's also power of copy trading, the fact that I can copy trade 3 accounts, it kind of takes away the need to make 1,000 in a day. You trade micros on a 100k balance, I trade even 3 micros maximum. if I would have only one funded account, let's delete the occasion where I copy trade 3 accounts, right? If you look at 150 account, that's even more crazier. I don't even have a red day in November because I started this account a little bit later. But if I would only trade one account, I would probably trade bigger size as well, because I will try to make the same money as I'm doing with 3 accounts, right? If I make 200 on 3 accounts, I make 600 in total. If I want to make 600 in one account or as a total, and I only have one account, then in this case I will probably risk more as well. But right now 4 micros is the maximum probably. I think 4 micros, like only on Combine, like I'm in a trade right now in a Combine, right? This is a Combine account, completely different rules. But even here I don't usually go more than, I don't know, 15 micros. So it's really like size down, and yeah, I really believe in the fact that I can find that golden setup. Enter with 2 micros, 100 points is 400. If I squeeze in 150 points, that's 600, right? So yeah, it's just patience, because you also need to have patience with until you get payout, right? For me, the hardest thing was building the account to 8,000 for the first time, because once I built it up to 8,000, right, in December, once I made it into 8,000, so yeah, 4.2 in November and then 4.9 in December, then I only had to, I took payout 4,000 from each account, and then I only had to make back 4,000 because I wanted to take payout again when the balance is 8,000. So it's also mental discipline in terms of, are you willing to take those small wins in order to wait for that balance where you want to take payout? I think that's also like mentally quite difficult, because you want to get it now, right? You want the payout now. On a 50k Express, what do you think is a good daily stop loss amount? Okay, I'm gonna take this question, and I saw one. Pietro, I'm gonna answer both of your questions, and then guys, I'm gonna go eat because that food is gonna be cold. And we're streaming again tomorrow at the same time at market open. But what's your max daily stop in dollar amount? There is 2 answers on this. If we talk about 3 accounts, in this my case, I told you guys my first red day will be minus 1,000, because it doesn't make sense to have minus 1,000 with my account balance, which is minus 7,000, right? It doesn't make sense for me to lose 1,000. But the only reason I have 1,000 as a hard limit for my first red day is because I haven't had any red days. So divided by the time I have had this green streak, having the first red day as minus 1,000 is not much. Now let's say I don't have this green streak. It's hard to say the dollar amount. You can follow the rule, like you can follow the general rule, don't risk more than 4 to 5% of your account, right? So if you have 150,000 account, or you asked actually the question, if you have 50k Express account, 50k account is actually $2,000 account, right? Because you're allowed to lose $2,000. So it's not 50k account, it's $2,000 account. So 2,000, let's see, 2,000 times 0.05. So if you want to be perfect trader and losing and maximum risking 100, meaning 5% of your account, then you should risk 100, right? Now, I don't agree on so much on prop firms. I think that way, if you lose 100, you really need to hit the whole base runs. But you should have like a rule that you are willing to lose maybe 500, and then you give yourself 3 trades. I think it's also like how do you limit yourself for the day? Because over trading will kill your account probably. If you build a buffer with the first 2 trades, maybe allow yourself 2 more trades instead of 1 trade. If you lose the first trade and you win the second trade, maybe only go to the third trade if it's a good setup. It's hard to say money amounts, how much you should lose, because my whole perspective on the stop loss is your stop loss should be where the trade idea doesn't make sense anymore. Like the stop loss should be where you are wrong, not where you lose X amount of money. So you see this sometimes on my stream as well. I have stop loss of 200 points, sorry, not 200 points, 100 points sometimes, because it's $200 with 1 micro is 100 points. But I only have 100 points as a stop loss because sometimes it's like, hey, this is, if market goes there, whatever idea made me enter into this trade is not valid anymore. It doesn't like, if I want to short and it takes out certain high or it goes to certain level, then this short doesn't make sense. For example, this short right now on the combine, I put my stop loss where the 15-minute 9 EMA is. So my stop loss is where this white stairs is. I know it's a little bit higher because I adjusted it before, but this white stairs, if we cross 15-minute candles above it, it means the downtrend is over. If we bounce from that 9 EMA, it means the downtrend continues, right? Because it's like the trend confirmation is usually like 15-minute 9 EMA. So it's more how do you make sure that you don't lose shitloads of money where your trade idea is invalidated. And then it comes back down to sizing it small in case you have a wide stop loss. But let's say you have amazing entry and your stop loss is super tight, maybe it makes sense to size up there and go with 5 micros instead of 2 micros because your stop is so tight, so you lose the same money that you would with the bad entry but small size. Hope it makes sense. What do you think about working 9 to 5 while trading and you are consistently profitable and you got your first payout? You're gonna quit 9 to 5? Brother, I have had 25k in payouts in the last 3 months. I'm still not quitting my job. And I'm gonna take another probably 15,000 now. And I'm not quitting my job. No, I think that trading full time is psychologically completely different than it looks like when you're not trading full time. When you have a job and you lose everything in trading, your accounts and everything, you feel the pain, but you don't feel the same pain as you do with like if your rent is on the line, if your food money is on the line, if your car payments are on the line of your trading, I think you need to be psychologically different beast, and I don't think I have it psychologically to do it full time, although my profits show me that I should be trading full time, right? I'm getting nice payouts, I'm profitable, I'm consistent and everything, but I don't use my job as financial stability. I use my job as mental stability or mental safety. I think, like for me, I want to go full time, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that I have calculated that this amount of money I need to have to go full time. And to give you like estimation what that money is I need to have 3 years of my car payments and everything that is related to the car cost, so fuel, insurance, oil changes, services, the lease payment, financing, whatever it is related to the car payments. I need to have 3 years of that money. So if something happens for 3 years, I can drive my car without the worry. Then I need to have 3 years of food money, and this is from grocery market. So whatever I spend monthly, I need to have 36 times that monthly spend in my bank account or somewhere in my accounts to go full-time trading. Rent money, same thing, at least for 2 years. I think 3 years there is okay because rent is really stable, food and everything kind of like, you know. but if you know your rent monthly, I think you should have at least 1 year savings. For me, and that's my personal, is I want to have 2 years worth of rent money, 3 years worth of car money, 3 years worth of food money, and then I also need to have a huge buffer for my trading accounts. I need to have like what's gonna happen if I lose 6 months in trading. I don't think it's gonna happen, but market will humble all of us, right? Market will humble me, market will humble you guys. So what's gonna happen if I don't make any money in trading for 6 months and I need to put more money in? So buying more accounts or adding balance to my live account. So I also need to have buffer for that. So that even though job doesn't pay me so much, trading pays me much more money than my job does. Then it gives me that mental stability that I don't have unless I have those 3 years or 1 year or 2 years or whatever. Like that's my view on that. I want to quit my job for trading when I know that I can mentally be in the same place I am with the job, right? Because you can always find a new job. I wish that I have a longer runway, and I really want the feeling of, oh, for 3 years I have money for rent, I have money for food, I have money to buy my girlfriend flowers and spoil her as well, and so on things. Based on your metrics, when do you think you'll hit those targets? Oh, you will know. Because I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna make Discord announcement that I am free, guys. Like whatever it is, I'm gonna announce it. I think I'm gonna even make a video. I hope as soon as possible, but I'm not there yet. It's hopefully soon, but that soon can be 6 months, that soon can be 1 year, that soon can be 2 months, right? It depends how everything goes, but hopefully in the next 7 months. That's like my personal goal, that in the next 7 months, because again, I don't sell you guys course. If I was selling you course, I wouldn't have a job anymore. That's the downside of choosing transparency and not selling you some bullshit. And I will stick by it. I'm never gonna sell you anything. So I really hope I can trade full time eventually. Currently working 50-60 hours at the job I really don't enjoy. We are in the same boat, my friend. We are in the same boat. I don't enjoy my job as well in a way, and it takes a lot of my energy, it takes a lot of my mental capacity, it's everything. I would say that the last thing I would say, if I have 20 funded accounts, so I have like 5 on Dubstep, 5 on Lucid, whatever the platform is. If I have 20 accounts, and I will take 2 payouts with those 20 accounts, because the numbers go really high if you have so many accounts, right? Then maybe I'm not gonna like, oh, I need by cents to hit, I don't know, this 100,000 in my bank account to quit my job. Then I'll be like, okay, I have, I don't know, 80,000, fuck it, let's quit it, right? I have 20 accounts, I can copy trade them really safely. Like there are some so to say throwaways where I would be like, yeah, okay, I don't really need to hit specific target. If those things are aligned, maybe it's time. Is it worth putting time and effort into learning trading? That's honestly a question that's gonna be my last question, guys, because I really want that food that arrived 20 minutes ago. The obvious answer is yes, right? But Mindpo, are you ready for at least 1 year of mental breakdowns, losing your money, losing your mind, losing your sleep, being anxious, stressing out? Are you ready to go through this? Because I don't think there's gonna be any trader, including me, and I told you my story before, who finds any success in the market with avoiding that part, right? Like I'm telling you, if you never traded in your life, if you want to trade, you make a video of yourself saying that no matter what this trading will do to me, I will keep going. If you can do that, because again, you're gonna feel stressed, you're gonna feel anxious, you're gonna feel rage, you wanna give up, you're gonna lose money, you might lose friends. That's more cheesy thing, oh, you're gonna lose friends and whatever, but can happen, right? It's gonna feel easy, it's gonna feel difficult, it's gonna feel like it's impossible to pay yourself a lot of money. Didn't know you like cold food, but Mindpo, these are the questions. If you can handle that first 2 years, 3 years, whatever the time frame is, of course, it's the best profession in life. You are location and time free whenever you finally hit the stage where, again, you're profitable enough to do it full time. You never have to answer any emails, you never need to sell anyone anything. You don't care where you are, you can be anywhere in the world and do it. You can be whoever you want to be, right? You can be off grid, you can live in some fancy places, like you can be whoever you want to be, because market doesn't care where you are, who you are. It's the most personal, lonely activity ever. Whoever says, whatever, you understand my point. So if you can do this thing, if you know you're ready for that kind of journey where you lose money, you lose your mental state, you lose sleep, maybe even few friends, few relationships, and you are okay doing it for years, especially the first year or two, then absolutely trading is worth it. If you think that's too much for you, I don't advise putting yourself in a position where you trade a little bit, you burn yourself mentally and financially, and then you give up. You either go all in until the end, or don't even bother putting yourself into this position. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go get some food. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love every